Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction. If only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
Oh, you're...
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe...
No, of course I believe you. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck.
Oh, Sawada, for the love of... Sorry. Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal.
Actually, we don't know much about that place either.
I see. My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge.
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the...
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit...
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some record, but in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Apart from the sword maker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also...
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This Kabuki
So first this strange person goes missing.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too.
Stop shouting!
This part's important. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the government records office. He looked into it for me, and even back then, Tatara Suna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in...
Wait, so there are...
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history.
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like...
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So, basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaida. Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know that...
The Kaidahara?
Sawada, you left out the big...
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are...
Get to the point, for Pete...
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki...
A puppet?
Aha! Judging by the looks of...
No! Paimon just meant...
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means...
Oh, and please read my... Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in fact. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like,
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from...
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem...
good point. Okay, back to the drawing.
We have some other stuff to do, so what?
All right, thank you. If you find out any...
Hey, so that thing they were talking about... Okay, then, even if we... After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many... Ah! Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like... The Balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up traveler, Paimon. Nahida! Bad news. We just saw the balladeer. Did he escape or...
Sure enough.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of... I know you must have a lot of questions. It was my idea to set the balladeer free. A deal?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me. But if that's the case...
Don't flatter yourself. It was...
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the...
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I... But Paimon's worried about...
It's not every day you see people question...
Don't you dare try to... As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't...
Well, I, for one, have no reason to doubt.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable... The balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Wait a second. Former? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it's...
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events... Well, if the Fatui are gonna...
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings.
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear.
Yeah, obviously! Then let's put that discussion to this. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will...
All right, then I'll...
Good. Go now, and keep in touch. Nahida, are you... Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. Yes. As I told... Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason... You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had... It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast, so I asked the balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar... Exactly! Or what if... I understand. But how things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner as Sumeru's deity. It is my responsibility to be on guard against... If this deal with the balladeer can give you the answers you've been... It's my pleasure, really. I was going to contact you about that, but then... In fact, I was going to ask you, even though he only has a fraction of his full power left... Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul. Great. Prepare yourselves. Wow. It looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut...
Shut your beak, jailbird! No!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards.
Sounds like a success. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists of... I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides, but it is essential that... Fine. Let's call it...
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to...
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you this.
If there are no further objections, or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on the...
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him. Wow. So, ooh.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Teyvat. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to...
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to be...
Permission granted.
Let's go.
Hey, so... what
I was just imagining the look on your travel companions. Anything's possible in here. You can't.
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
It looks the same in every direction. No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little? We're here.
What a huge...
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Good, you made it.
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive...
The Balladier's actually doing what Nahida tells him.
The rest is up to you. If you
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with no...
Traveler, Paimon. Yes, I've also invited...
Huh? What the... We can talk to each other inside our heads?
That's part of it.
Paimon's never tried, so... Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer...
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Perhaps today will be the day. Well done. So, you made contact with that part of his mind.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get...
Everyone has a history, Paimon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay.
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mon...
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of
Oh? How interesting.
So the guess they got...
Well, they guessed right about one thing.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously. Of course you do. You can't have your
So...
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your...
Wait! How did you know about that?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more... Huh?
This light... It looks similar...
Anonymous data.
Hey! Don't you forget the agreement! You have...
Shh! Just
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about to...
There's no one else who can enter the furnace.
Is that so?
It's...
Whoa!
I have been in Tatarasuna for some time now. You have shown me under your leadership, Tatarasuna is a warm, welcoming place. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me. And now, even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was.
So you say, Escher.
My good sir.
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking... But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does.
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by...
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic.
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat?
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility.
Judging from the look in your eyes...
Drop the act! We're past that now. Whoever you are, I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have...
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this, where you finish talking.
You...
You're a little... I thought I'd disguise myself exceptionally well. At least for the first... It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity.
If you kill me...
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out.
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity.
The Fatu...
Just to create a...
That's it. That's why you...
Look how even the righteous soul is... My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of... It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. Make no mistake, even without you, that pure...
If you give, he has nothing to prove to anyone.
What a beautiful way to see the world. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. And I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend, Mr. Niwa? Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap, and I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves you...
Hey!
Dottore. Good.
Was that the doctor? But why did...
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read...
Maybe so.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. You know very well what that means.
Let's give him some space. He looks...
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
I'm still confused about the Tatarasuna incident.
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabukimono to live with the people of Tatara. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything of all the unwitting participants in the after the events you just saw in that memory. The doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. The mechanic answered. Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but the mechanic removed the withered heart. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal hadn't...
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man.
Yes. Only if you...
Tottori, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to... It won't.
Hey, aren't you investigating the stuff we...
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the...
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Don't thank me just... you look really upset.
Huh?
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently. Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to...
The heavens?
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria. I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you... Did you get all that?
Yes.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't...
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time.
Huh? What if...
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, give me your hand. Can you hear my voice inside? No, I can't do anything like that anymore. So tell me, in this... Done.
Huh? What the...
Nothing. I was just... So long.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. From this day forth, the names Balladeer, those who died in Tatarasuna because of me...
Hey, Balladeer!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things, but if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left...
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Oh no, he's...
Oh,
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer.
What? It was the Balladeer's fault.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or...
Where the heck did he go?
Don't be. It's not your fault. We're running out of time. Follow...
We're out! And we're...
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and no, I'm sorry, but...
An emergency? How bad is...
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. He wants to change the past? But surely that's right. You can't just rewrite history. It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. So, what? Paimon's so... Huh? Ah! Sorry. Paimon accidentally... But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that... Uh-oh. Paimon's hat... There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas? Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still... So, how about... Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Andrean chili chicken! Almond... Oh! Also, Adeptus Temptation... Paimon was, talking? Huh. Is that a food... What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something... So, the balladeer. Is that some...